everyone, this is Rocky and thank you so much for joining my channel. So today we're going to be talking about how we're keeping busy during this whole social distancing time frame. So for me, just said idle hands do the devil's work, right? I've been idle, so I've actually not necessarily been doing bad things. You know how you zoom in, like you stare at something and you zoom in on something and you just kind of can't stand it anymore. You either find all the flaws or imperfections about it, or you start to not like it. And so that's what's happening with me sitting in my house all day. I am looking at all of these spots or things or areas that I either never liked or never addressed, or finding that I no longer like. So you guys saw me do a video not too long ago where I showed you some artwork that I just acquired. And that was just one of many things that I've always been wanting to do, kind of spruce up the place and make it feel a little bit more comfortable. When it comes to the furniture around my house in the common areas, the way the decor is around my house, around the common areas, it is very minimalist, so to speak. We don't have much on the walls, we don't have anything on the floors. It's just like chair, table, done, right? So now the only place that you'll find in my house that doesn't have the minimalist feel is my wardrobe, which is, my closet or whatever. But otherwise, the whole house is pretty sparse in terms of furniture and decor. So, I'm still gonna keep with that theme, but I do wanna make things look a little bit better. So one of the first things I noticed, I was kind of sitting in my sunroom and chatting with my husband, and I have these really huge 4-wick candles that I've had for years, and they're just sitting there just as decoration. They just look cute, I guess. And I'm like, why don't I burn candles? I have this aversion to using up candles. That's what they're intended for. That's what they're made for, to be used. But for some reason, I let them sit and just look at them. So for this 4-wick candle, I wanted to burn them, and however, they were just kind of sitting out on like these was maybe a tray or a candle tray, not really a candle holder per se that would hold it up. I find that candles burn more cleanly when they're completely encased in their holder, so they melt down, they make that little pool of wax, and then all of it burns. But if I had it sitting on a tray, I would end up burning it, and it would end up making like a cup or a cavity, and all that wax on the perimeter would never get burned, and I'd waste my candle. So I went on the hunt to look for a candle holder that was big enough to encase this huge candle. It's 6 inches by 5 inches. It's pretty big for candles. So I had to find one of those glass hurricane candle holders for it, and I've tracked it down. It took me a while, but I finally tracked one down, and it was a reasonable price. So now I've changed the decor at least a little bit in my sunroom on the table, and made the candle and the candle holder a focal point in the room. I'm really excited about it. I love the decor of it, the glass up top, the marble at the bottom, and I know I'll be able to get my use out of the candles finally. So the next areas I want to share with you are some recreational places in my house that I've never even mentioned to you before. But the first area is my exercise room. It wasn't designed to necessarily be an exercise room, but we made it that way. It started out with an exercise bike that I bought from a garage sale, and then we evolved from there. I had a fitness pole in there at one point, which my husband thought was classless and egregious, so it didn't it didn't last very long for several reasons, and there's a story in that. I could tell that story, and that'll be funny too, but story in that. So we put in a couple more pieces in there. We put in a sauna. So there's some other things that I need to do in that space. What I want to do is I want to kind of first clear out. I'm kind of using it as storage for my deck. Like, I have charcoal in there. I have hammocks in there. I have all kinds of things just sitting there. So I need to find a proper place to store in a clean way all the little things that I'm storing. I have some wall space that I kind of want to take care of. I have monogram hooks that I want to hang on the walls in there, so that we can kind of hang our towels or whatever it is that we want to hang in there. And then there's another wall that's opposite the exercise machines, where I have a weight bench and I have an elliptical. I want to put mirrors on the wall, similar to like when you're in a gym, so you can kind of see your form, see what you're doing. So I want to put mirrors on the wall. I think probably the most economical way to be would be to do the glass tiles. So it's like the same size as, you know, floor tiling, 12 by 12. So I want to kind of do that on the walls. And just kind of have a way to like both make the space look larger and be able to see what you're doing when you're exercising. So I want to make it feel more like gymish. So I think I'm going to focus on that. Also, the window coverings are really crappy. It's like a hodgepodge of window coverings, and we've just not focused on that space at all. So I want to take down what's there and put up some uniform window coverings, hooks on the walls, clear up all the excess stuff that's hanging around on the floors, and then mirror one of the walls. And then I'm gonna kind of maybe stop there, maybe think about changing the lighting, but that's about as much as I'm gonna do. But I think it would give it an overall better feel, gym feel when you come in there. So that's one of the projects that I'm gonna do that I think that I can kind of tackle on my own without very much assistance, and not make it a big, I won't break anything by doing that. So I think I can handle that. The other area that has been largely ignored is our deck. We do have a deck that is on the back of our condo that we've not done anything with except put barbecue grills on it. We have 2 grills on the deck. One is an older one that was supposed to be transformed into my own grill for all my vegetarian needs, and then the other one for all meats, the bigger one for meats. So that's all we have back there. What I want to do is put some furniture back there, you know, just to make it more comfortable. Maybe like a storage chest or storage table. So it'd be our table, but I can probably put like the charcoal and stuff in there. A table, fix the lighting, because we do have a light, but it's kind of whack. So make it like more comfortable and just an expansion of the living space that we have. We've never been able to just kind of sit out there and chill during summer and just enjoy the night air. So that's the next project that I want to work on as well, is expanding my livable space and be able to enjoy the outdoors, especially now that we're all social distancing. There's not many places that I can go and just kind of sit out and enjoy the weather. So I want to make my deck a space that we can safely do that. The backyard is a whole different story, so that's something I don't even want to talk about. It's kind of embarrassing just how bad that backyard is. There's an old tree house back there, a tree that was struck by lightning that fell down. The brush is all kind of overgrown because I just want to redo it, put some paved rocks down, put some, plant some flowers and some vegetation. So future state kind of a thing, but for now I kind of want to focus on that. And then I'll take you along for some other projects that I want to work on around the house. But they're all very simple projects. Again, I'm not overhauling much at this time, but I do want to spruce things up. Like, we don't have any window treatments in most of the common spaces in my house. My husband wants window treatments, I don't. So the happy medium is that I'm gonna put up shears. So at least it blurs what's going on in here, but I want all the light, I want it all. So we're gonna do a happy medium and put up some window coverings at least. Future state, I'm going to gut and redo all of our bathrooms and our kitchen and my fireplace. So those are the bigger projects. So those would be some long-term future state projects I'll take you along for, and I think you'll really enjoy watching those transformations if and when I ever get around to them. But I want to start by sharing with you these smaller projects that I'm going to be doing around the house, or have done around the house, and hopefully you enjoy it. So that brings me to the end. Thank you so much for watching my channel in today's video. Let me know if you like these kinds of videos. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the like button, share it with a friend. Bye.